algebra of sets. Usually, in case of numbers, we learn the laws of algebras using the operations plus, minus, multiplication, division. Is it not? We have learned all the laws. That is idempotent law, identity law, commutative law, associative law, distributive law. All the laws using these operations. Here, in case of sets, we use the operations union and intersection and study the laws of algebra. Okay? Now let us start studying the properties using these operations. Idempotent law. Idempotent law states that if A is any set, A intersection A, let us start first with the union operation. A union A will be A. This is idempotent law. In case of intersection, A intersection A will be A. Okay? In case of idempotent law, A union A will be A intersection A is equal to A. If you remember these two rules of idempotent law, it is enough. No need to go into the proof. This will be enough for your exams. Okay? Next, identity law. Identity law means in case of union, A be any set, A union null set, that is phi, will be A. Phi is empty, is it not? So union of any empty set will be with any set will be the same set. So in case of union, this is the identity element. This phi is the identity element. Okay, in case of intersection, A intersection union set, intersection of universal set with any set will be the same set. Okay, so it will be again A. Because universal set always contains the elements which are in the other sets, is it not? So in intersection of universal set with any set will be the same set. So this is the identity element in case of intersection. So this, as I said for idempotent law, identity law also, it is enough if you remember these two rules for your exams. Okay. Now remaining laws, that is commutative law, associative law and distributive law and De Morgan's law, let us study with proof. Commutative laws. Let A, B be two sets. Okay. In case of union, A union B equal to B union A. In case of intersection, A intersection B equal to B intersection A. Okay. Now let us study these two rules. That is these two rules regarding the commutative law with a proof. Proof for this. Proof is very simple. Just understand it if you understand. Okay. Let us take any element which belongs to the A union B. So let X be any arbitrary element which belongs to A union B. This set A union B. Let X be any element which belongs to the set A union B. Next, keep a imply symbol. This is termed as, mathematically it is termed as implies. This indicates that this statement can also be written as. Okay. We keep this implies that this statement can also be written. Okay. So term it as implies. So this can be written as X belongs to A. As union symbol is there, keep a OR symbol or the word OR and write down X belongs to B. Okay. So when X belongs to A union B means it is clear that X belongs to the set A or X belongs to a set B, and it may be a common element. Is it not? A union B contains a combination of all the elements which are common, which are in set A and which are in set B, which are the common elements of set A and B. Is it not? So this OR indicates that X belongs to A and X belongs to B. Okay. This OR is used for union. Now next, the same statement we can also read it as X belongs to B. Is it not? We can also write it as X belongs to B or X belongs to A. Is it not? The meaning does not changes. Only thing is we have written that X belongs to B. We have brought this X belongs to B here and kept the OR symbol as same as before, and we have written X belongs to A. As meaning is same, this can be written as this. Is it not? So this can be written as X belongs to, as OR symbol is there, just keep B, or can be written as union A. Is it not? So we have taken an element which belongs to A union B and we have proved that the same element belongs to B union A. So it is clear that the elements which are in A union B are in B union A. When the elements of A union B are in B union A, we can write it as A union B is subset of, therefore A union B is subset of B union A. Is it not? Similarly, as the sets are same, here A set is there and here A set is there. Here B is there, B is there. So no need to take any other element of and prove that this is subset of this. It is clearly understandable. We can understand that the elements which are in this are in this. Similarly, the elements which are in B union A are in A union B, because the sets are not different. If you see any other sets, that is, if you see B complement and A complement means, then we have to take another element and we have to show that this is subset of this. As the sets are not, are same, only the operation, there is operation between these two sets, these two. So we can say that it is clearly understandable that the elements, when these elements of this are in this, the elements of this are also in this. So B union A is subset of A union B. Okay. Hence, from these two, when A is subset of B and B is subset of A, we can say that A is equal to B. Is it not? So this is equal to B union A, as B union A is also subset of A union B. Hence, A union B is equal to B union A. This is the proof. Similarly, we can prove this A intersection B, only the word differs. Proof is, let's take any element X belongs to A intersection B. So this can be written as X belongs to A. As intersection is there, we have to write the word A and then X belongs to B. Is it not? This is the common element of A and B sets. So we have used the word and. Next, this can also be read as X belongs to B and X belongs to A. Okay, here we use the word OR as it is union. Here we used intersection as it is intersection. We use the word AND. This OR indicates that X can be a common element. X can be an element of A. X can be element of B. So it is a combination of all the elements. This word AND indicates that this is the common element of these two sets. Intersection means the common elements. Is it not? So the word AND indicates that it is the common element of A and B. Okay. So this can be written as X belongs to B, as AND symbol is there, intersection A. So therefore we have taken X belongs to A intersection B, and we have proved that This can be also written as X belongs to B intersection A. Hence, A intersection B is subset of B intersection A. Is it not? When the element of when any element which belongs to A intersection B is in B intersection A, means A intersection B is subset of B intersection A, as I said in case of union. Similarly, in case of intersection also. So similarly, it is clearly understandable. It is not? Is it not? When as the sets are same, the operation is intersection in both the cases. We can clearly say that if the elements of this are in similarly the elements of B intersection A are in A intersection B. So B intersection A is subset of A intersection B. Hence, A intersection B is equal to, as A is subset of B, B is subset of A, we can say that A is equal to B. Is it not? So, A intersection B is subset of B intersection A, and B intersection A is subset of A intersection B. So, the elements of these two are equal. Hence, when you find A intersection B, you will get the same value as B intersection A. So, A intersection B is equal to B intersection A. This is the proof. Okay. Now, let us go to associative laws. Associative laws. In case of union, A union B union C equal to A union B union C. In case of intersection, A intersection B intersection C equal to A intersection B intersection C. Okay. Proof is, let us take any element X which belongs to A union B, this whole set, A union B union C. Okay. So this can be written as X belongs to A union B, as union is there, or X belongs to C. Now, this can be written as X belongs to A union B can be written as X belongs to A, or X belongs to B, or X belongs to C. Now remove the brackets. This can be written as X belongs to A, or remove the brackets here and begin here. It doesn't mean anything, is it not? So so we can write it as X belongs to B or X belongs to C. Okay. First, I have written the statement by splitting it. So here union is there. So I have written X belongs to A or X belongs to B. Next here, I have removed the brackets here and I have begun here. Okay. So this can be written as X belongs to A or X belongs to, this can be written as X belongs to B union C. Is it not? So when X belongs to A or X belongs to C, this can be written as X belongs to B union C, as union indicates or, the word or. Is it not? So if you want to understand mathematically, it is clear that if X belongs to the set B or X belongs to the set C, means it belongs to the union of those two sets. So we have written X belongs to B union C. So this can be written as X belongs to A, or symbol is that union, B union C. Is it not? Just in place of or, I have kept the operation U and completed this as, I removed this X belongs to and I have written as B union C. Okay, the meaning is same. Is it not? If element belongs to A and the element belongs to B union C set, means it belongs to the whole set, union of whole set. So A union B union C. I have written X belongs to A union B union C. So we have taken an element which belongs to A union B union C belongs to the element A union B union C. Hence, as I said in commutative law, similar, so here we can say that the elements of this set A union B union C are subset of A union B union C. Is it not? In case of commutative law, we have taken an element which belongs to A union B, and we have proved that the element is in B union A. Similarly, here also I have taken an element which belongs to A union B union C, and have proved that the element is in A union B union C. So we can clearly say that A union B union C is subset of A union B union C. Similarly, as the sets are not different, when you find the union of these three sets and union of these three sets, you will get the same elements. So it is clear, as the sets, if the sets are different means we will take another element and we will prove. As the sets are same, it is clearly understandable that A union B union C is subset of A union B union C. Hence, as A union B union C is subset of A union B union C, and A union B union C is subset of A union B union C. It is quite similar to A subset of B and B subset of A. Then A is equal to B. Is it not? So, this can be written as A union B union C is equal to A union B, A union B union C. Okay, so it is clear that the elements of in this set are same when the elements of this set are in this set, and when the elements of this set are in this set, when you find the union of these three sets and union of these three sets, you will get the same set of elements. Hence, A union B union C is equal to A union B union C. Okay, in this way you have to prove in case of union. Now let us go to intersection. Proof. Let us take any element X belongs to A intersection B intersection C. Okay, this can be written as X belongs to A intersection B. As intersection is there, it is clear that we have to use the word and we have to write X belongs to C. Is it not? Intersection means it's a common element. Here it is common. It may be a common element. It may be in this set and in this set. In this B or C. It can be a common element. It can be in a set A. It can be in a set B, and it can be in a set C. When you so then only we can say that the element is in A union B union C. Here intersection is there. Intersection means it is a common element only. Is it not? So when we say that X belongs to A intersection B intersection C, means this word and indicates that this is the common element of these two sets. As I said in case of commutative law, the same thing you have to understand here, and indicates only the common element. So this can be written as X belongs to A, as intersection is there, and X belongs to B, and X belongs to C. Okay. So this can be, remove the brackets, X belongs to A, and begin the brackets here, X belongs to B, and X belongs to C. Okay, close the brackets here. I have just removed the brackets and I have beginned here and ended here. So this can be written as X belongs to A and X belongs to B intersection C. Is it not? When we say that X belongs to B and X belongs to C, means this can be written as X belongs to A intersection C, because it is the common element of set B and C. And if you want to understand, here the word and is there, so we have to keep an intersection symbol. So X belongs to B intersection C. So this can be written as X belongs to A intersection B intersection C. As the word and is there, I just kept the operation intersection and have written this set B intersection C. So we have taken an element which belongs to A intersection B intersection C, and we have proved that the same element belongs to A intersection B intersection C. Then it is clear that the elements of this set are in this set. Hence, therefore, A intersection B intersection C is subset of A intersection B intersection C. Hence, so we have proved that the elements of this set are in this. Similarly, we have to prove the elements of this set are in this. Is it not? Then only we can say that A intersection B intersection C is equal to A intersection B intersection C. As the sets are same, when you find the intersection of this, you will get a set of elements same as the elements which are in this. So no need to take other element and prove that the element is in this set. It is clearly understandable that similarly we can say that similarly we can prove that A intersection B intersection C is subset of A intersection B intersection C. Okay? Hence, A intersection B intersection C is equal to A intersection B intersection C. Okay? The same proof here and here. Only thing is I have to remember the proof logic. I have removed these brackets here and I have joined that X belongs to B and X belongs to C. Then here in case of union, I use the word or, and in case of intersection, I use the word and. Okay, this is the logic to remember these proofs. And if you want to understand, these are the element here will be the elements in the three sets. It can be a common, it can be in three sets and it can be a common element of three sets. Here in case of intersection, it is only a common element of those three sets. Okay. If you remember the logic, then you can prove, you can easily remember this proof. Now let us go to distributive laws. In commutative and associative properties, we have studied the laws regarding union and intersection. Is it not? Now let us go into the distributive laws. In distributive law, let us see the first one, law, that is how to distribute the union over the intersection first. Then let us go into the intersection, how to distribute the intersection over the union sets, union of two sets. Okay. So let A, B, C be three sets. Okay. Let us study distributive law on these three sets. A union B intersection C is equal to A union B intersection A union C. Okay. Let us study first this. Then we will go into the second law, that is how to distribute the intersection operation over union of two sets. Okay. Let us see the proof of this proof. Suppose X be any element that belongs to A union B intersection C. Okay. So when we say that X belongs to A union B intersection C means this can be written as, this symbol shows that this can be written as, in mathematically this is termed as implies, this shows that the next step will be. So this can be written as X belongs to A, as union is there, or you have to write or mathematically. So X belongs to B intersection C. Is it not? Next, the next step will be, this can be written as X belongs to A, or X belongs to, this can be written as X belongs to B and X belongs to C. Here or is there, here and is there. So we cannot simply remove the brackets and join these two. Is it not? So first you have to join these two and then join these two sets. So this statement can be written as X belongs to A or X belongs to B. Because or is there, here and is there. When two different words are there, this shows that it is X is common X is in this set as well as in this set. This word says that this X is common element of these two. Is it not? So we cannot simply remove and join these two. I'm just combining this set with these sets. So X belongs to A. I kept the OR here, and then I have written X belongs to B. Then write down this word and this shows that this element belongs to these two sets and this element belongs to these two sets. Is it not? So X belongs to A or X belongs to C. Okay, understood? The next statement shows that this element here, till now it is shown that X belongs to this set and as well as B intersection C. Next we have to, as two different words are there, or and these two words makes a lot of difference in case of elements, is it not? So this shows that these elements belongs to these two sets and this term belongs to the common elements. So first you have to join these two sets and show that this belongs to these two sets, and next you have to join set A and C and showing that this element belongs to these two sets A and C with middle and, that is, this is the common element of this set, and this set contains the common elements. So next this can be written as X belongs to A union B, or indicates union, is it not? So N, X belongs to A union C. So this can be written as X belongs to A union B and indicates intersection A union C. So we have shown that X belongs to this set. These three sets A union B intersection C is the same element which is in A union B intersection A union C. Is it not? So we can say that both are subsets. So A union B intersection C is subset of A union B intersection A union C. Okay, similarly we can prove that A union B intersection A union C is equal to A union B intersection C. When both are subset, this is subset of this. So when A union B intersection C is subset of A union B intersection A union C, and when A union B intersection A union C is subset of A union B intersection C, we can say that both are equal, is it not? Hence, A union B intersection C is equal to A union B intersection A union C. Okay, is it clear? Now let us study in case of intersection, how to distribute the intersection over the union of two sets with proof. Second one is A intersection. Yeah, we are taking A, B, C as any three sets. A intersection B union C will be A intersection B union A intersection C. The proof is quite similar to previous one where we have studied distribution of union over intersection. The only the words makes the difference is and over. Proof. Same thing. Let X be any arbitrary element which belongs to A intersection B union C. Okay. Here, this shows, next step will be, this can be written as X belongs to A. Okay. As intersection is there, we have to write and X belongs to B union C. Next, this can be written as X belongs to A and X belongs to B union is there, is it not? So we have to keep the word or. X belongs to C. Now, this can be written as X belongs to A as and is there, or is there. Two words are different. So we cannot remove the brackets as I said before. and just join. We have to distribute this set A with B, set A with C. So set A, X belongs to set A and X belongs to set B. And keep the word or, and we have to distribute this with set C, is it not? So X belongs to A and X belongs to C. So this can be written as the same proof as we have done in previous, with this the small difference with the words or and or. So this can be written as X belongs to A union B. This is and, it is and, is it not? So we have to keep intersection. So A intersection B, or X belongs to A intersection C. So this can be written as X belongs to A union B, sorry, A intersection B. As or is there, we have to keep union symbol, A intersection C. So we have taken that X belongs to A intersection B union C, and the same X belongs to this set A intersection B union A intersection C. Is it not? So therefore, A intersection B union C is subset of A intersection B union A intersection C. Similarly, we can prove that A intersection B union A intersection C is subset of A intersection B union C. Hence, as we done in previous laws, the same thing we are applying here. When this is subset of this and this is subset of this, both will be equal, is it not? So A intersection B union C is equal to A intersection B union A intersection C. Hence proved. Okay. Now let us go to next law. De Morgan's law. De Morgan's law is nothing but in case of union, A union B whole complement will be, as complement is there, this will be A complement. Here union symbol is there. This becomes intersection B complement. Similarly, in case of intersection, A intersection B whole complement will be A complement union B complement. Now let us study the proof. Proof. Let us take X as an arbitrary element which belongs to A union B whole complement. So when we are saying that X belongs to A union B whole complement, means it does not belongs to A union B. Is it not? As we studied in case of operations, when we write a set whole complement, means this set contains the elements which are not in the set mentioned here. Is it not? If we write A complement, means it contains the elements which are not in set A. So similarly, A union B whole complement means it contains the element which are not in this set A union B. So we can say that X does not belongs to A union B. So it is clear that X does not belongs to A and X does not belongs to B. Is it not? So when we are saying that X does not belongs to A union B, means it won't be in both the sets. Is it not? X does not belongs to A and X does not belongs to B. So this can be written as X belongs to A complement. When X does not belongs to A, means it belongs to A complement. Is it not? And X belongs to B complement. So we can say that X belongs to A complement as and is there intersection B complement. So we have proved that X belongs to A union B and the same X belongs to A complement intersection B complement. So we can say that A union B whole complement is subset of A complement intersection B complement. Now let us prove A complement intersection B complement is subset of this. To prove that, let us take any other arbitrary element Y which belongs to A complement intersection B complement. So when we are saying that y belongs to A complement intersection B complement means y belongs to A complement and y belongs to B complement. So this can be written as y does not belongs to A and y does not belongs to B. Is it not? B complement means it indicates that the element y does not belongs to B. So this can be written as y does not belongs to A intersection B and indicates intersection. Is it not? So y does not belongs to A intersection B. Now, when y does not belongs to A intersection B means it is not a common element of A and B. Is it not? So when it is not an element of set A and B means it won't be in union also. So this can be written as y belongs to, it does not belongs to A union B means it can be written as A union B whole complement. Is it not? So when y does not belongs to A intersection B means it won't be in union set also. It does not belongs to A and does not belongs to B means it is not a common element. When it is not a common element means it won't be in either set A or set B. When it is not in set A or set B, A union B, we cannot do it. So when we cannot do A union B means it is not an element of A union B. It is clear. So we can write this as y belongs to a set which y belongs to a set which does not contain it is nothing but A union B whole complement. So hence we have proved that A union B, we have taken y belongs to A intersection A complement intersection B complement and we have shown that element is in the A union B whole complement. So A complement intersection B complement is subset of A union B whole complement. Is it not? Hence, let it be 1, let it be 2. From 1 and 2, it is clear that A union B whole complement is equal to A complement intersection B complement. Okay, is it clear? Similarly, we have to prove this one also. Let us see. Proof. Let X be any arbitrary element that belongs to A intersection B whole complement. Okay. Then this can be written as X does not belongs to A intersection B. Is it not? When X does not belongs to A intersection B means it indicates that it does not belongs to A, as intersection is there, it is and X does not belongs to B. Is it not? So this can be written as X belongs to A complement. Here we have to prove A intersection B whole complement is equal to A intersection A complement union B complement. So we have to show that A complement union B complement. Here we have to show intersection. Is it not? In De Morgan's first law, we have to show that A union B whole complement is equal to A complement intersection B complement. Here intersection we have to show. So we have kept the word and same. As we have to show that this belongs to A complement union B complement, we have to write in the next step X belongs to A complement, or as and indicates intersection, we have to show that A complement union B complement. Is it not? So and changes to or X belongs to B complement. Okay, is it clear? Here we have to show that it is A complement intersection B complement. So I have kept the word and as same. Here we have to show that it belongs to A complement union B complement. When union is there, we have to get the word or. Is it not? So I have changed the and word to or. The same sentence, the means the same. Is it not? It means the same. So I have changed the word or. So this becomes X belongs to A complement union or indicates union. Is it not? B complement. So we have shown that X belongs to A intersection B whole complement. The same element is in A complement union B complement. Therefore, A intersection B whole complement is subset of A complement union B complement. Now we have to take another element y as we done here and prove that this is subset of this. So let us take any y as an arbitrary element which belongs to A intersection, let it be 1. Okay, A intersection union B complement. A complement union B complement. As we know that this can be written as y belongs to A complement or y belongs to B complement. Okay, this can be written as y does not belongs to A or y does not belongs to B. So this can be written as y does not belongs to A intersection B, because we have to show that A intersection B whole complement, is it not? So instead of and we have kept the intersection symbol. Why when it does not belongs to set A and set B means it cannot be a common element. The meaning is same, is it not? So instead of writing or instead of using union for or, I have kept intersection because the meaning is same. It is not the common element of A and B. So this can be written as y belongs to A intersection B whole complement. Is it not? So we can say when we have taken y belongs to A complement union B complement and we have proved that y belongs to A intersection B whole complement. So A complement union B complement is subset of A intersection B whole complement. So let it be 2. From 1 and 2, it is clear that from 1 we have proved that A intersection B whole complement is subset of A complement union B complement. Here we have shown that A complement union B complement is subset of A intersection B whole complement. Hence, from 1 and 2, it is clear that A intersection B whole complement is equal to A complement union B complement. So De Morgan says that if here union is there, union of two sets whole complement will be complement of each set. In between you will see if it is here, if it is in intersection you will see union, if it is union you will see intersection and the complement of each set. Okay, that is the De Morgan's law and the proof is the same. Okay, now let us go to the formulas which should be used, which will be useful for solving practical problems on sets. Now let us see the formulae which are very important in solving problems on union and intersection. Usually in union and intersection, while solving problems, we will only, most of the problems will come on problems related to the number of elements of the sets. Okay, suppose A and B are two sets and if we want to calculate a number of elements of A union B. Okay, here n indicates that it's the cardinal number, is it not? Which we already learned in previous video. So when you see n of A union B means this indicates the number of elements of the set A union B. So if you want to calculate the number of elements of A union B, usually in Venn diagram how it will be? It will be like this, is it not? It is, if it is a union means it will be like this. This will be set A and this will be set B. So when we want the number of elements of A means this whole part we have to count, is it not? Including the intersection part. This whole part gives the number of elements of A. Similarly, this part this set gives the number of elements of B. So only this part, which is the intersection, gives the number of elements of A intersection B. Is it not? So when we want number of elements of A union B means first we have to count number of elements of A. So while counting the number of elements of A, we have counted the common elements because this whole set indicates the number of elements of set A. Is it not? So this includes this part also. So these elements and these elements, when you count, you will get the number of elements of A. Similarly, when we want number of elements of B, this part and this part. Normally, if it is in set format, then you can easily count. Is it not? If it is 1, 2, 3, suppose A is equal to 1, 2, 3, B is equal to some 3, 4, 5 means we can easily count. If it is in Venn diagram format, it is clear that we have to calculate this part also to get this number of elements of this set, because this whole part indicates the set or A. Similarly, this whole part indicates the set B. So when we want the number of elements of set B means the numbers in this part, the elements which are in this part as well as this part, we have to count. So number of elements of A plus number of elements of B. So in case of number of elements of, while counting the number of elements of A, we have counted the intersection elements also. The elements which are in the intersection, that is common elements, we have already counted. Similarly, in case of number of elements of B, we have already counted the common elements. Is it not? So we have counted the common elements 2 times. So it is enough to subtract 1 time. So keep minus sign. Number of elements of A intersection B will give the complete elements, number of elements in A union B. Is it understood? Is it clear? So if there are no common elements, here in this case 3 is the common element. Is it not? So number of elements of A union B will be 1, 2, 3, 3 plus here 1, 2, 3, 3, and common element is, we have counted 2 times. Is it not? So it is enough to subtract 1 time. So how many common elements are there? It is only 1 common element is there. So minus 1. So we will get 6 minus 1 is nothing but 5. So total number of elements will be 5. Let us check. A union B will be, for these 2 sets will be 1, 2, 3. As common element is already there, we have written here in the set A. It is already in set B, so we no need to write. So remaining elements are 4, 5. So total elements are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got 5 elements. Okay. So whenever we want the number of elements of A union B means, first count the number of elements of A. The formula is number of elements of A plus number of elements of B minus number of elements of A union B. If there are no common elements, suppose if there are no common elements, then this will be empty. Is it not? So if this is 5, 5 indicates that this part is empty. Suppose if and number of elements of A intersection B is 5. That is, there are no common elements in set A and set B. The number of elements of A union B will be number of elements of A plus number of elements of B, and this part becomes 0. Is it not? 5 means empty. So this number of elements of A intersection B will be 0. So this goes off. So 0 plus anything will be the same. So number of elements A or number of elements of A plus number of elements of B. So whenever you want to calculate number of elements in A union B, just calculate the number of elements of A and number of elements of B, then subtract with the number of A intersection B. If they give in format of set, if they clearly mention the number of elements of A and number of elements of B, and if they won't give the number of elements of A intersection B, just take it as 5, that is empty set, and solve the problem. Okay. If you want number of elements in A minus B, that is difference of 2 sets. Okay. As we are usually, if you draw a Venn diagram, how it will be? This will be the universal set and set A and set B. If these 2 are the sets, this part indicates A minus B. Is it not? So this part, the number of elements in this part we need. So we have to concentrate on the set A. As it is mentioned A minus B, we have to concentrate on set A. Then first you have to count the number of elements in set A. Is it not? So we will count the number of elements here and here. So the formula will be number of elements of A. Then as we already counted the number of elements of common elements. A minus B means there should not be any common elements. So these elements which are here should not be considered. Is it not? So just keep a minus sign. Number of elements of A intersection B. Understood? So suppose if you have a set 1, 2, 3 and B is equal to set 3, 4, 5. Then number of elements in A are 1, 2, 3. So just write down here. If you want number of elements of A minus B means just count the elements of set A, 3. Okay. Next, concentrate on the common elements. How many common elements are there? 1. One common element is there. Is it not? So keep a minus sign here. One common element is there. So keep the number of common elements are 1. So 3 minus 1 will be 2. So let us calculate A minus B and check. So A minus B means there should not be any elements of B including the common elements. So we have to concentrate on set A. Here the common element is 3. So we have to write only 1 and 2. So the number of elements are 1, 2. Is it not? We got the elements as 2. Similarly, when we write the set format, we got 2 elements. Understood? So when we want the number of elements of set A minus B means just concentrate on set A. Okay? Set A minus intersection of that set. A intersection B. The same formula can be written as take the union of whole set. That is count the number of elements of A union B and subtract it with elements of this. Is it not? This whole union of these two sets minus the elements of set B. Elements of set B, if you do, then you will get the elements of set A. Is it not? This whole part, the numbers in whole sets, this set and this set, common elements minus the elements of this, you will get the A minus B. Number of elements of A minus B. Okay. If you want to do using the sets means just number of elements of A minus B. Just count the number of elements of A and B. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 and 5 because already we counted the common element. Is it not? A union B means it contains all the elements of A and all the elements of B. If the common element is already we counted, there is no need to count in A union B. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 minus number of elements of B are 1, 2, 3. So here 3. 5 minus 3 is 2. So we got 2. Is it not? In this way also we can do it. A minus B, when we done in the form of set format, we got 2 elements. Here also we got 2. The result is 2. So when we want to solve the problems, that is when we want to count the number of elements of A minus B means first concentrate on the set A, subtract it from the intersection. If not, you can write it as number of elements of A union B minus number of elements of B, as we need elements of set A. Okay, if you want number of elements of B minus A means number of elements, as this first set is B, the number of elements of B minus number of elements of A intersection B. As we are calculating the elements of set B means we are calculating B minus A, number of elements of B minus A. Is it not? So the formula, the same can be written as number of elements of A union B minus, as we are calculating the elements which are in set A. So here you have to write number of elements of A. Okay, is it clear? So when they give number of elements of A and number of elements of A intersection B, usually they will give the number of elements in those sets. Is it not? In case of problems on sets. So if they give the number of elements of A and number of elements of A intersection B, then use this formula. If they give the union of the sets and the number of elements in second set, then use this formula. Is it clear? If it is in set format, you can easily write. If they give the number of elements, use this. Remember these two formulae. So if you want number of elements of A del B. So number of elements of A del B is nothing but number of elements in A minus B plus number of elements in B minus A. Is it not? Because it is this it is symmetric. Symmetric difference. Symmetric difference means A minus B union B minus A. We go in the concept of number of elements of A del B means it is the number of elements in A minus B and number of elements in B minus A. So this can be written as number of elements of A minus number of elements of A intersection B. Similarly, this can be written as number of elements of B minus number of elements of A intersection B, as we learned before. So this can be written as number of elements of A plus number of elements of B. Here 2 times we have subtracted. So minus here 1 and here 2. So 1 when we add, this becomes 2n of A intersection B. Okay. So when we want number of elements of A intersection A del B means, just remember the formula. Number of elements of A plus number of elements of B minus 2n number of elements of A intersection B. Okay. Minus 2n of number of n is nothing but number of elements of A intersection B. Just remember this formula. If we need number of elements of A del B, just check whether they have given the number of elements of A, number of elements of B, number of elements of A intersection B. Just write down here the elements of A, B minus 2 into number of elements of A intersection B. You will get the number of elements in A del B. Now, if you want the number of elements in 3 sets, A union B union C, union of 3 sets, usually the Venn diagram will be like this. Is it not? This will be set A, this will be set B, and this will be set C. If we want number of elements of A union B means, first we have to count the number of elements of A. Next we have to count the number of elements of B. Next we have to count the number of elements of C. Next we have to count the common elements also. So plus number of A intersection, number of elements in A intersection B intersection C. This part. Now start subtracting this part. As we already counted the common elements of number of elements of A intersection B intersection C. Now just start subtracting the number of elements in this set and this set and this set. Okay. So here first we have to write number of elements of minus number of elements of A intersection B. Next minus number of elements of B intersection C. Next number of elements of C intersection A. Okay. So just remember the formula. Number of elements of A union B union C will be number of elements in set A, number of elements in set B, number of elements in set C, plus number of elements in A intersection B intersection C, minus number of elements in A intersection B, number of elements in B intersection C, number of elements in C intersection A. This is the formula. So when they give to find the number of elements in union of 3 sets, first check whether the intersection of those 3 sets, number of elements of those 3 sets are given or not. Now then intersection of each 2 sets and number of elements of each set are given or not. If they have mentioned in the problem, just substitute the values and solve the problem. Suppose if you want to find the number of elements which are exactly in sets. In any two sets, that is, if they are exactly in two sets of ABC, set ABC. That is, if they ask to find the number of elements which are common in two sets. The elements can be common in set A and B. The elements can be in common elements of B and C, or the elements can be common of elements set C and A. Okay, so the element, just give the number of elements which are in the common, which are the common elements of any two sets of A, B and C. Then the formula is number of elements of A intersection B, number of elements of B intersection C, plus number of elements of C intersection A, minus 3n. Already we have counted, is it not? The element can be common here. The element can be the elements can be here, maybe here, maybe here, maybe here. So we have already counted this part 3 times. So just subtract it 3 times. Minus 3 of number of elements of A intersection B intersection C. Okay, is it clear? If they want, suppose they have given the number of elements of the elements. Instead of going with an example, I will explain here itself. If you want any elements which are common, either which are here or here, the element should be common of, maybe a common of these two sets, maybe a common of these two sets, maybe a common of these two sets. So we need number of elements which are common for two sets. Okay, they are the common elements of two sets. They may be common of these two sets, they may be common of these two sets, they may be common of these two sets. If they want the count of the number of elements which are common for two sets of A, B, C, then the formula is number of elements of A intersection B, number of elements of B intersection C, number of elements of C intersection A, minus this 3 into number of elements of A intersection B intersection C. Okay. For example, let us take A equal to set 1, 2, 3, 7. Set B is equal to 3, 4, 5 and 7. Set C is equal to 3. Let us take 4, 6, 7. Okay. Now, we have to get a set which contains the element which is common in two sets. At least it should be common of two sets. First, let us check with the set A and B. First element is 1, is it not? So the element 1 is not in this set, in this set. So just leave it off. Next, the element 2 is not in this set and this set. So just leave it off. The element 3 is in this set as well as this set. Set B, is it not? It is not in set C. So it is in both the sets A and B. So write down here 3. Next, element 7 is there. It is in set A, B and C. Is it not? So we should not consider because it should be only in 2 sets. It is in 3 sets. So 7 cannot be taken. Next, here the element 4 is there. It is not in set A. It is in set C. So we can take it into consideration. Next, 5. 5 is not in set A and set C. It should be in at least one more set. Is it not? It should be an element of 2 sets. It is not in this set, in this set. So we cannot consider. Next element of B is 7. It is in set A and set C. So it is in 3 sets. So that is also we cannot take into consideration. We need a number which is in 2 sets. Not in all sets, or or in a single set. It should be at least in 2 sets. Next, if you take 6 is not in set B and C. Set B and A. So we cannot take. Next, element 7 is there. So element 7 is in set B. So set A. Is it not? So that also we cannot take into consideration. So we got 2 elements. Now, if we want to calculate using the formula, means exactly in 2 sets we need. So number of elements which are common in set A and set B. Here the element which is common in set A and B is 1, 3 is there. Here 3 is there, here 3 is there, and 7 is there and 7 is there. So 2 elements are common. 3, 7, here 3, 7 are in set A and B. So 2 elements are common. 2 number of elements which are common in which is of A intersection B is 2 and 3, 7 and 3, 7. Okay. So 2 elements are there. In case of set B and C, here 4 is there, here 4 is there. No other element is common. 7 is also common, is it not? It is also the common element of B and C. So B intersection C will be 4, 7, 4, 7. So 2 elements are common. So 2. Next, C intersection A. C intersection A, only the element 7 is common. No other element is common element of C and A. So 7 is the only element. So 1 element is common. Minus the element which is common in all the sets. 7 is the common element of set A, B, C. So 1 element is common. So 3 into 1 will be 3. Using this formula, 3 into number of elements of A intersection B. Is it not? This is equal to 4 plus 1 is 5. 5 minus 3 is 2. So we got 2 elements. The number of elements which are exactly in two sets of A, B, C are 2 elements. We got the same set. The same number of elements. Is it not? 1, 2. 2 elements we got which are common in 2 sets of A, B and C. Okay? Did you understand the logic behind this? Now let us go to next point. Now, if we want exactly 1 element which is present in the sets A, B, C, that is exactly 1 element which is present in the sets A, B, C. Exactly 1 element which are of the sets A, B, C. Okay. Let us say of the sets A, B, C. That is, the element should be either in set A, set B, only in set A, only in set B, or only in set C. But it should not be a common element of these 2 sets, or these 2 sets, or these 2 sets, or common of all the 3 sets. So if you want this element, or this element set containing the elements which are in this part, this part, this part. It should not include, the element should not include these elements which are in this part. Then the formula is nothing but number of elements of A plus number of elements of B plus number of elements of C plus 3 into number of elements of A intersection B intersection C, this part, minus 2n into number of elements which are in 2 into number of elements which are in A intersection B, minus 2 into number of elements which are in B intersection C, and number of elements which are in C intersection A. Okay. This is the shortcut formula. If you want to check the number of elements which are in if you want a set which contains the elements which belongs to those sets only, they are not the common elements, then the shortcut method is number of elements of set A, number of elements of set B, number of elements of set C, plus 3 into number of elements of A intersection or B intersection C, this part, minus 2n into this part, minus 2n into this part, minus 2n into this part. Okay, is it clear? Number of elements of A complement union B complement if we need. That is the number of elements which are in A complement union B complement. We learnt in De Morgan's law that A complement union B complement will be A intersection B complement, whole complement, is it not? So if you want the number of elements of A complement union B complement, means it is nothing but we need number of elements of A, here union is there, so intersection B whole complement. So if you want the number of elements of A complement union B complement, means it is nothing but number of elements of A intersection B whole complement. Means it is nothing but number of elements in universal set minus number of elements in A intersection B. We are dealing with intersection, is it not? So universal set contains the elements which are in A intersection B. So we need A intersection B whole complement. Number of elements of A intersection B whole complement means just concentrate on the universal set and check which elements which does not belongs to A intersection B. Then we will get A intersection B whole complement, is it not? So if you want your number of elements of A complement union B complement, means simply count the number of elements in universal set and subtract the number of elements which are common elements of set A and B. Okay, then you will get the answer. If they give in the problem, usually they will give the universal number of elements in universal set, number of elements of common number of elements of two sets. Then you can easily substitute here and solve the problem. Okay, in case of intersection, number of elements of A complement intersection B complement will be number of elements of A union B, as intersection is there, here it becomes union whole complement, is it not? So this is nothing but number of elements of universal set minus number of elements of A union B. As we are dealing with union, we have to subtract from the universal set the number of elements which are union of the two sets. Then you will get the number of elements of A complement intersection B complement. Usually in the problem they give the number of elements which are in universal set and give the number of elements of A union B and ask you to calculate the number of elements of A complement intersection B complement. Okay, just remember these formulas. They will be very useful in your competitive exams in solving the problems on union and intersection. Hope you have understood all the concepts of sets. Please like, share and subscribe for more videos on more concepts. Thank you.